Hello, welcome to the Academic Skills Series. In case you're not sure what this is, it is a place where we are going to be presenting a weekly topic related to your academic success. So this week's topic is going to be time management. I'll be giving a short presentation relating to mastering time management in college, and then you can join us this upcoming Monday, February 1st at 7 o'clock for a drop-in Zoom visit as well. Those will be led by our student success tutors, and I am one of them. I'm Danielle. I'm a junior elementary education major here at Wesleyan, and student success tutors are here to help students expand their study skills and organizational strategies to become more academically successful. So let's go ahead and get started. So time management, balancing school, work, family, sports, extracurriculars, whatever it may be, can be really difficult, especially this year with COVID-19. So by planning ahead and using your time wisely, you'll be able to accomplish more and enjoy added free time. We're going to go through 8 time management tips and strategies that will hopefully help you to meet those deadlines, be prepared for your exams, and have time for yourself also this semester. So the first one we have is to identify time wasters and set goals. It is so easy to get distracted when we're studying. I know for me especially, I kind of have to put my phone aside because as soon as I hear that ding, I have to look at it. So paying attention to what tends to distract you from your studying and doing your assignments is the first step. Then whatever it is that seems to be wasting your time, set a goal to not engage in it. When you're studying, especially if you have a study partner, having them hold you accountable to it as well. So maybe if it is your phone, letting them take your phone from you for a time being, or turning your phone off during study time, whatever kind of helps you to stay focused. Using those activities as a reward to stay focused and accomplish the tasks that you want to get done can be beneficial as well. So if you can't help but look at Instagram and Facebook and Snapchat or whatever when you're studying, set it aside, focus on studying, and once you get that task complete, then go ahead and reward yourself by scrolling through Instagram and social media, whatever that may be. The second tip is to plan ahead with to-do lists. Identifying what you need to do based on due dates and how much time you will need to complete it by is so helpful. So prioritize that based off of length of time and those dates. Unless it's a pressing priority, it's also important to consider what type of work you're in the mood to do. If you're feeling a little more creative, maybe it's starting that writing assignment. If you're feeling more focused, then studying for an upcoming exam can be helpful during that time. And then also setting due dates for yourself. So kind of knowing when that complete assignment is due and planning based off of that to have this is the time or day when I want to be halfway through the assignment or whatever that may be. And kind of dividing into now and later can be beneficial. I like to do maybe some things like this is what I want to accomplish today. This is what I want to accomplish by the week. Kind of chunking that out can help it seem less overwhelming. The third tip is to tackle small tasks to start. So like I said, it can be really easy to get overwhelmed by those larger projects and big exams, and anxiety from that can make you want to procrastinate. Don't do that. Instead, start with shorter, simpler to-do items and then move on to those larger projects and assignments. Prioritizing your list by what can be done in a few minutes and what will maybe take a little bit longer to complete can be beneficial as well. The fourth tip is to do one thing at a time. So a university study actually showed that those who multitask see a drop in their IQ similar to someone who doesn't get enough sleep the night before. So if you're trying to juggle multiple assignments and tasks, you'll most likely end up just being less productive. So to fight the urge of multitasking, ask yourself, what are your most common distractions? And then also, can you turn off devices and applications when you're studying? Are there ways that you can minimize those things that kind of steer you away from the work that you're trying to complete and kind of avoid those things? Also, don't switch to another task before the first one is complete. So if you keep going back and forth, you just won't be as productive probably in those 2 tasks. So stick with one, complete it, then move on to the next. If it helps, you can even use a timer to schedule your focus time. So kind of setting a timer for a half hour to focus on one subject and then moving from there. That can be beneficial as well. The next tip is to establish routines. So ask yourself, is it often quieter in the morning for you? Or maybe there's some downtime at night that kind of works better for you. And you want to get in the habit of regularly using that time to then study. The more often that you do this, the less you'll have to think about it when you'll accomplish the tasks you need to finish that day. It can also be helpful to see if your schedule overlaps with one of your study partners. I know for me personally, one of my friends, we are different majors, but we both study quite a bit. And we're both free Tuesday morning. So we hold each other accountable. Tuesday at 7, wake up, we'll get coffee, and then we study together. And that can be helpful as well. Just kind of have that routine down that you use every week of times that are good times for you to focus and get things done and study. Then the sixth tip is to use breaks wisely. So those weird, awkward times between work and classes or activities and meetings can be used to complete tasks as well. So oftentimes you might have 25 to 30 minutes in between classes. Don't use that time to watch Netflix or catch up on social media. Instead, try to get ahead on an assignment or get some part of it complete. It does not have to be completed that only in that time, but just to get a jump start on some things during those short breaks can be helpful. Also, working in short intervals and taking short, regular timed breaks. So, if you work for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break, and then you can continue to do that. And then, after the fourth time of doing so, then take a longer break. By having those like short intervals and having shorter breaks in between can also help you to stay focused as well. Tip number 7 is to take time off. It's so important to take care of yourself. You need to give your mind a rest from long study sessions. Otherwise, you're just going to get burnt out. Many studies show that meditation reduces effects of stress-induced conditions like back pain and insomnia. So, many studies do suggest that meditation makes the brain's ability to process information more efficient. Meditation can take place anywhere. You can just find a few minutes of quiet. You can go for a walk, just kind of breathing exercises, anything to kind of give yourself a break from the material that you've been looking at or the assignment that you've been working on. You can also search the App Store for a bunch of free meditation apps. I included 2 right here. So there's Mindfulness Daily, and that allows you to set reminders for mindful pauses and give meditation techniques and things like that. Also, the mindfulness app is also free, and it gives time sessions of guided and silent meditation that can range from 3 minutes to 30 minutes. So whatever it is that you need, just to kind of give yourself a breather and take a break from those study sessions. Tip number 8 is to resist the urge to do it all. So learning how to delegate is extremely important. I know oftentimes we like to think that we have to carry all of this weight ourselves, but to kind of delegate more simpler tasks or tasks that don't relate to your specific academics can be beneficial for you and provide you with some more time. So while your family members and roommates can't study for you, you can ask them to help around the house to help you continue your education. So it frees up a little more time for you so that you can stay focused on your studies and coursework or even take a well-deserved break. So don't be afraid to ask for help. Okay, and then also I have a few additional time management resources for you as well. So these are a few apps, once again, free on the App Store that could kind of help you stay organized and manage your time. So Remember the Milk can help you manage to-do lists across multiple devices. So if you have a phone and a computer, you can kind of use both, as well as Microsoft To Do and AnyTo-Do. AnyDo. They kind of help you keep your to-do list and calendar all in one spot, which is pretty cool. Because I know I'm not always on my computer, so to have like little reminders on my phone is helpful for me. So those are a few tips there. And then also there's some resources for reducing distractions. So if you are having the tendency to look at your phone constantly and you just can't stop when you hear that like ding, these are a few different applications that you can use that will help you minimize those distractions. So Rescue Time tracks how much time you spend on various sites and apps. So sometimes that can be pretty eye-opening, telling you how many hours and minutes that you've spent on social media, and then maybe being like, oh, maybe that is a bigger distraction than I thought it was, and kind of adjusting it for your study schedule. And then also Toggle is a time tracking app. So you can create tasks and then it'll track the time that you spend on each of those tasks. And so you can see where your time is going and adjust it if needed. And then Freedom is an app that reduces distractions and improves productivity by blocking websites and apps. So if it gets to the point where you really just can't even have it on your phone right there, you can block it for a certain length of time. So that way you don't even have the option to go on Instagram, go on Snapchat, or whatever it may be. And then lastly, I have just a quick how to make an appointment. So as I said, we have student success tutors that are happy to meet with you to go over different note-taking strategies, test-taking strategies, time management, all of that sort of stuff, whatever you may need for your academics. So it's very simple. You can go to WC Online, which I linked here, and then go to Student Success Tutors. You'll see our schedules up, and we have I think all of us have 3 shifts every week. So all great tutors, different majors, so you can choose accordingly if you prefer. And then those white squares are available. So go ahead and click on that, pick a day and time that works for you to meet, and fill out the quick create new appointment form. And then you'll get an email confirmation and there will be a Zoom link. So you can go ahead and click on that and you get to meet with one of our student success tutors to discuss anything that you may have about, or questions you may have about academics, and get help there. Questions. If you have questions, like I said, we do have our drop-in session next Monday, February 1st at 7:00 p.m. I'm so happy to get to talk with you guys about any ideas, questions, comments that you have after watching this. I hope to see you there. Bye.